Hello. So this feels really weird because I haven't done this in a really long time. I haven't just sat down and talked to a camera. I haven't talked to a camera at all. So I just thought I'd show my face and say, hey, I'm here. Because it's been obviously ages since I posted on my YouTube channel. So the most important thing to update you about is that I quit my job about a month ago now. So if you couldn't tell, I haven't been in a good place. I've been very all over the place. And that's why I haven't posted, because I've really lost the will to actually just want to vlog at all. So it's like I took kind of a small break, hiatus kind of thing, and I've really thought about how I was gonna come back to my channel and upload again. I'm sorry I'm like looking around the room, but it helps me think staring at random I know that sounds kind of weird, but it helps me think to look around the room and stare at things. It really helps me like compile my thoughts rather than looking into just the lens of the camera for some reason. So and I'm used to doing that anyway because I normally avoid eye contact. So I actually just listened to, I'm going off on a tangent already, not really because I wanted to mention it, but let's just finish off what I was saying with the whole job thing. So I was really just at the end of my tether by the time that I left my job. I was already in a bad place again. Ever since I came back to work after being signed off for 2 weeks, it was just, everything felt wrong, and it was just terrible and disastrous, and I was falling apart all over again, and just nothing seemed to be like good. Everything seemed to be just so dark and depressing, and I was, by the end of it, I felt like a zombie. I just basically was like a zombie dealing on the tables. And my final night of work, I lasted at work for about not even 2 hours, I don't think, before I was like, I think it was a 4-hour shift as well, because my shifts were kind of weird. And I think it was only a 4-hour shift, and I couldn't even make it through 2 hours of the shift before I'm like, I physically cannot do this anymore. My mind was just attacking me, basically. I don't know how to describe it, but you guys know what I mean. You know that feeling of despair where your body just wants to shut down and not do anything anymore? That's exactly how I felt. And when you feel like that in the middle of dealing poker on a table, you can't just stop. So I was probably like the most depressed dealer they'd ever seen. I say that kind of, I don't even know why I'm smiling about that, but it's so true. Like, I was just like saying things just so mundane, just like 250, cool, ace, 10, king, like just saying everything so like so dull and depressed, and that's exactly how I felt. And I'm really not good at hiding my emotions. Like, you will see it on my face if I'm upset or I'm pissed off. You are gonna know about it because I can't hide that shit. I try to act like I'm okay a lot of the time when I'm like, I don't want to burden people with my problems, obviously, but sometimes you have to just let people know. And work did know that I had some shit going on, and my manager was really nice about everything, about the whole thing. Like, even me quitting, like, he said, if that's what you need to do to, you know, better your mental state, your mental health, you know, because that's more important. It felt so nice to actually have somebody that didn't put me down or try to think I was lying about my mental problems, because they're real and they're valid, and they're what really hold me back in life. I'm not gonna let them stop me from doing things, but sometimes I have to move on. A lot of times I have to move on, actually, because I I switch very quickly because I get really bored and I'm like, I have to try something new, and then once I'm bored of that I move on to the next venture, then the next venture. So I'm still going to keep going, despite how much sometimes I really don't want to. Right now I'm in a state of mind where I don't want to do anything except sit on my computer all day, every day, gaming or watching things. So it really sucks when I feel like this because I don't get anything done. I'm not making any like money, so it's really my cat's really being annoying. He wants to come in here. Okay, I had to let him in because it was just getting too annoying. Can you just sit down then, please? So at the moment I'm in a shit place. That's why I've held off making a video like this for so long. Can you stop making the camera move? So I held off because I didn't know what to really say or talk about, because that's why I haven't really vlogged as well, because there isn't much for me to vlog about because I'm actually just a hermit. I actually do go out sometimes, like maybe like once or twice a week. I don't really count going to like Tesco's as really going out, but I mean like going out to see friends. I do that maybe like once a week or something, just depending. Jesus, can you, you're really being annoying. So yeah, basically I made it, going back to the job thing last night, my job, I was just like, I'm sorry, but I need to go. I said that to my supervisor and she's like, okay, you'll have to go and speak to the manager of the card room which I worked in. And yeah, he is such a great guy, honestly. It makes me feel good to know that there are people in the workplace that understand mental illness. Like, everyone's been so nice to me about it. Like, honestly, the majority of people that I worked with are nice people and great people. So yeah, I'm kind of sad that I had to leave it behind. But basically what he said to me is that, you know, it's not like the end of everything. Like, he said I can always come back anytime and stuff, and like the door is still open and stuff, and you know, if this is what I need to do right now, then you know, I can make that choice. And I did. The next, basically, I went home, I pondered on it, and I really realised this is it for real this time. I can't anymore, especially because of the commuting. Just doing like 90 miles a day just destroyed me too much, took too much of a toll on me mentally and physically, because doing that and then doing like an 8-hour shift, it's exhausting, and it was too much for me to handle. I know some people have to handle quite high intensity jobs, but for me, somebody who's never even worked a proper job before, doing all that, I was doing basically 40-hour weeks. I was getting my hours cut, but I just knew in my mind, I was like, you can't go back there anymore. Just a mental block that I just couldn't. So I did the right thing. I don't regret it at all, not one bit, because I remember exactly how I felt. It may have been like a month ago now, but I remember. I don't forget how I feel in situations that are quite important, because that was my last day of work, so I remember that the most, because that was the most like sort of dire, sort of be all end all day that there was. Whereas I can't, some things I can't remember exactly, but if they were like recalled into my memory, then I could. So that's basically it. I quit the job. Simple as that. So what have I been doing the past month? Not much, to be honest. So I just feel like I'm I'm floating. That's what I'm doing. I'm floating through the void, and that's pretty much what I've always done. Like, if you guys, I mean, most of you watching this already know me, or maybe you just randomly clicked on this because it was recommended, because YouTube decided to be like, hey, well, in that case you probably would have stopped watching by now, because you're like, who cares, like, I don't even know you. In that case, hey, nice to meet you. But the majority of those people are probably gone if they clicked on the video not knowing who I am anyway, but it's mostly going to be you guys that are subscribed to me, that have already known me for quite a little while, so you know I have floated through years of my life basically doing nothing except for YouTube and gaming, but I never really made anything out of gaming. I did have a gaming channel which could have made something out of that, but of course got bored of that, got sick of that, couldn't do that anymore. My ASMR channel, let's talk about that. Oh boy, that could have gone somewhere. If I'd have really tried on that, if I'd have really worked on that, I could have made something out of that. But for some reason, I just seem to just lose it. I'm like, I just can't anymore. I don't even know what to make videos about. Like, nothing in ASMR is original anymore. I have no original ideas. I'm extremely uncreative. Everything that I've done is pretty much what I've seen done by anyone else, which is what the majority of people do in ASMR anyway, because I guess it's more about the personality is why people like me, because it's not like my videos like super original and amazingly edited and stuff, but it's more because it's me. So therefore I guess that's why a lot of people likes me, but I just find it so hard. I found myself when I was making ASMR videos staring at, because on my camera viewfinder I stare at the timer. I'm doing it right now. I'm staring at the timer, counting up the seconds, and I'm like, if I was doing like a certain trigger for ASMR, for those of you who don't know what ASMR is, it's just like relaxation videos where you like whisper into a mic and make sounds with objects and stuff, and I would watch the time on my camera and just be like, okay, I'll do this for like 2 minutes and then I'll move on to the next thing, and I would just watch it, and it would be ticking and going so slowly and feeling like, oh my god, why is this going so slowly? Like, it felt like I was just doing it to just try and get like at least a decent length video. I was paying so much attention to the time and not just getting lost in what I was doing and really enjoying it. It was more like, this kind of feels like a chore. And that's when I give up on things, is when they feel too much like a chore and that they're taxing me, and then because I associate it with that feeling, I then lose any motivation I had to do it in the first place. Vlogging has never felt like that for me. Vlogging is just more like, have I got something to say here that's going to be of essence? Can I get my camera out? Do I have the courage to vlog in public or bring my camera out around people and make them uncomfortable? It's more like that, because when I'd like go out and do things, I'd be that kind of like, oh, it just makes things a little bit weird to vlog. And the whole vlogging in public thing, I've lost kind of confidence with that, because there was a time where I was kind of okay with doing it. But I've lost a lot of my courage. I don't know, because my emotions have been kind of all over the place. I've been actually very, oh sorry, my back's like hurting. I've been very emotionally kind of numb over the past month as well. But now my emotions have kind of come back because Aunt Flo's in town, and I always get emotional when that happens. So I've been, because I didn't like cry, I wasn't crying like at all, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, I cry all the time, I'm a crybaby. But instead I was just, it was replaced by just this emotion of just, I just don't give a shit about anything. So I'm really all over the place. Right now, I'm just, I had that feeling in my chest today. I woke up feeling really sad, probably because of what happened last night though. Like, I was in a situation last night where, because I was with friends, and I was in a situation where one of my friends got sick, and that resulted in me standing outside for like 2 hours because I was terrified of, like, those of you who know me, you know I have emetophobia, which is a fear of vomit. It's mostly a fear of vomiting yourself, but I have this really irrational fear of seeing others vomit. I cannot be anywhere near it. I don't want to hear it, I don't want to see it, I don't want to smell it. Like, so as soon as that happened, I was like, I am fucking out of here. So my friends are so good, like they stood outside with me because my friend ended up like going to sleep afterwards. But he like drank too much and stuff, and it was bad. But they came and stood outside with me, and they comforted me and made sure that I was alright and everything, and that made me feel so like amazing. That I get really emotional when I talk about this kind of stuff, because you expect people to have the reaction just like, oh, just get over it, like why are you being like this, why are you being so weird? Because I went outside literally on the verge of having a panic attack, but then my friends made sure that I was alright. I managed to not, but that's what it does, like it sends me into just complete overdrive panic, and I hate it so much. Like just the mention of somebody saying I feel really sick, or I think I might be sick, I am fucking gone at that point. I'm just nowhere near that person. It's just, it triggers this fight or flight response in my brain. It's like, you need to get out of this situation right now, you need to be away from this person, you cannot be anywhere near that. It's really horrifying, and yeah, most people don't get it because they don't feel like that. Like, yes, it's disgusting and gross, like most people know that, like most people feel that, but for me it's way on another level, like of absolute paralyzing fear. So yeah, that happened, and obviously it was very it could have been worse, because I could have actually seen it happen, and that would have just destroyed my entire night. But I actually still managed to have a decent time because I was still chatting and hanging out and shit, which is what I do. But I had a dream about it, and then I woke up feeling just sad, which is weird for me because I never wake up feeling sad. Sometimes I wake up feeling angry, like I woke up feeling angry the other day and that was shit. Most days though, I just wake up and I'm like, huh, just kind of like, meh, that's about it. Like when I wake up it's just like, meh, I really need to pee, go to the bathroom, pee, brush my teeth, and that's about it. And then I just get on with my day, whatever I'm gonna do. Today I just woke up feeling really sad, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck. And I think it was because of last night, so I have to keep readjusting because this is not very comfortable. I should be sitting against the pillow, but whatever. This is mostly just a lot of me rambling, talking about shit, because that's actually what I wanted this video to be. This is just me sitting down and talking to you guys because I'm sure some of you maybe miss me and are wondering where I am, because I mean I did have some people say on Twitter wondering where I am because I haven't tweeted in like ages either, because I don't know what to tweet about. So there's that. So I'm sure some of you still care about me, which is nice, and I still care about you even though I haven't done anything, but I just feel like I've been too useless and crap to do anything. And that isn't me looking for attention, saying like, oh no, you're not useless, you're not crap, because I truly believe I am. And no, it just doesn't matter what anyone says, like it's just the way I feel. So I don't want you to come rushing to me and saying that I'm like not, because it's just how I feel because of the way that I do things. And I'm really stuck in a rut. I've got no direction for anything, and I'm just wasting my days away doing whatever I can to make myself feel not incredibly shit, basically. So I'm trying to just do whatever I feel and try to stop myself from getting sucked in to the shit, because it feels like I'm actually treading on thin ice at the moment with that. So I'm in and out and I'm up and down. That's always been a thing, as you guys know, because I've showed you a lot of it as well. It's not like I hide who I am and how I feel. Like, I don't do that shit at all. I'm very just upfront and honest about what I can be. You know, there's some things in my life that I may not be able to talk about and discuss, and I want you guys to be able to respect that, because there are some things that I want to tell you guys, and I might tell you down the line, but I'm not ready to talk about any of that personal stuff right now, because well, there's good reasons for it. I don't want to like pique anyone's curiosity or anything like that though, but some things are private, and I just want to say that in case people find snippets of things and stuff and wondering what's going on with me, or they might sense something about me or something like that. It's really hard to tiptoe around what I'm trying to talk about, but I can't talk about any of it at the moment, and you'll understand when I do tell you, because I will tell you. Just not right now. And if anybody like wants to try and figure out what it is, then fine, go for it. But moving on, this video is really long. I just have a habit of looking at the timer when I record a lot. Yeah, like I said, especially when I was doing ASMR videos, yeah, so I think my ASMR channel is pretty much dead. I don't know if I'll go back to it. Probably won't, because I'm not feeling it and just have nothing in me for it anymore. I have nothing in me for really anything. I'm just trying. Like, I am really trying. I am trying my best to like, I keep getting that feeling to just be like, just get up and just do it, and just try and do something productive, and just maybe just try and get another job. But it's all so like daunting for me and horrifying, and I just it feels like I can't cope with it. So that's why I'm in this position at the moment. It's really hard to break out of. But something I want to mention before I end this video, because I'm going to end it soon, because probably people are getting bored, but maybe if you've watched this far through, that would be nice. So one of my favourite YouTubers is Emma Blackery, because I feel like I'm a lot like her, and I just really like her, and I have done for a while. She just came out with a new book, as some of you might know if you are also a fan of her or subscribed to her, and I listened to it on Audible. And no, I'm not sponsored by Audible. It's always just like, every time a YouTuber mentions Audible, they are sponsored by it. This is the one instance you guys will find I'm not sponsored by it. I got it specifically so I could listen to the audiobook. Because I've never listened to audiobooks. And my camera's running out of space. Fuck. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was talking about. So I listened to it on Audible, and I got Audible just for it. It was like 7 or 8 hours long, I can't remember, and I've just finished it. It took me 2 days to finish it. I could have finished it sooner, but I wanted to spread it out a little bit more, because I listened to some of it in my car as well. But anyway, I don't normally listen, well, this is the first audiobook I've ever listened to, because I thought this is the only one like worth listening to. I don't know about any other audiobooks, but I really loved it. It's like the best thing I have ever, like, if it was a book, it would have been like my favourite. Well, it is a book, but I don't have the book, but it would be my favourite book. And there's no point in me getting the book now that I've listened to the audiobook. I don't know, I was imagining what it would be like if I was actually reading. It would have taken me way longer to finish it, so I was kind of like, maybe I should have got the book, because then it would have like been such a long, good read. But I love listening to things and playing games. I love just sitting there listening to someone's voice in the background that I'm interested in listening to, interested in what they're saying, and it was honestly just like the perfect book, and it was so like entertaining and interesting to listen to, and because it was Emma's voice as well, like, I loved it so much. So yeah, if I could find like I don't know, like if there was another YouTuber who I really liked that came up with a book, then maybe I'd listen to like their audiobook or whatever. But I don't know, I just feel like I wouldn't be interested in most audiobooks. I don't really like read books or anything much anyway, but because I love her so much and I just thought it was going to be really good, I was just like, okay, we're doing this, because I was going to buy the book and then I saw audiobook. Anyway, I've really gone on about that now, but honestly, if you are like a young adult, it's like a really good book for young adults, especially being British, because then you like understand it more, like being from the same like country and everything like that, and like our culture and everything. But it doesn't mean you can't enjoy it if you're from somewhere else. It just means you relate to it more if you are British, because therefore I did. I am like a few years younger than her, but doesn't really matter. Anyway, so that was just really good and I really liked that, and that's pretty much what I wanted to say. What else can I talk about, because this has gone on for too long. It always inspires me though, because I would like to write a book about my life, because my life has been fucking something. It's certainly been something, but I just feel like I maybe need to wait, because I'm still very young, and maybe if I wanted to do something like that it'd have to be in years, but then I don't think I'd be able to like get it published or anything like that anyway. Like the reason why she was able to get a book published is because she's popular on YouTube, and like publishers want to work with YouTubers and stuff because they know their books will sell. So I'd actually have to be somebody a lot more relevant, I guess you could say, because there's, you know, there's like over 3,000 of you guys, but that's just, it's like micro in the world of YouTube, and like I don't know if I'd even want to be a big YouTuber, because I just feel like I'd have to just pick what I say too carefully and stuff like that, and I don't want to have to do that. I want to just be able to just speak my mind, say whatever the fuck I want, and that just be okay, because, you know, it's just me, isn't it? And if people don't like it, and they don't have to listen to me, and by all means just don't. If you don't like me, then why even listen or care what I've got to say, because it's just irrelevant really, isn't it? Just like you shouldn't care what randoms say about you, because it's irrelevant. Like sometimes it gets to me at the time, but then it's like that's just forgotten about within a day. I always forget, like I've had some really negative comments that like got to me, and then thinking about it now, it's like, oh. It's also kind of just my attitude has shifted a bit now as well, to the kind of just like, I don't really care about anything, because not really much matters to me anymore. Obviously like family and friends basically what matter to me, and everything else just kind of like don't really care about anything anymore. Like if bad things happen and shit, I'm just kind of like and people like saying negative shit to me, I'm just like I don't agree with them anyway most of the time, because it's how I feel about myself. So it's like you couldn't really say worse to me than what I've said to myself, and then that's kind of like one of those like cliche Tumblr things. But not that there's anything wrong with Tumblr, because I still use Tumblr, because I'm wearing like a dumb shirt because it says cute but psycho. I'm not actually a psycho, but I can be psychotic at times. I don't know, it's just one of those dumb slogan t-shirts, and I just thought because I like to be very depreciate, is that the word, deprecating? You know what I mean. I make a lot of jokes about like wanting to die and that, like, and I'm just a terrible person, and just, like, I don't really think I'm a terrible person, but I don't like myself, I'll just say that. But yeah, I may be cute, but I can be very, very psycho, no. But I'm gonna bring it to a close because this is long and I'm getting actually like my circulation's like going weird because these jeans are so tight. So I'm sitting in an odd position, like I don't normally do this. So yeah, just thanks for watching, I guess, just listening to me talk about a bunch of random shit for like almost half an hour. Like, don't know how I do it, but I can literally just, I was wondering what I was going to talk about. I was like, oh, what if I just start the video and don't know what to say? And here I am sitting here, and it's been almost like 30 minutes, and here I am still talking. Like, goddamn, give it a rest. So yeah, I like you guys. I'm not gonna say I love you because I don't know you, but maybe if I did know you, I'd love you. But yeah, just thanks for being here and supporting me through shit. And I'll try to reply to like everyone's comment. Whoa, why did my face go orange? Lighting, are you okay? Yeah, I'll try to reply to everyone's comments. And just have a good day. And I will see you at some point. I thought I saw a spider. Yeah, I'll see you at some point. Bye.